So, Christopher, would love to hear from you. How has your experience been in the CPSL certification, and what are your takeaways? And also, what does Fabio and Eddie have? What do Fabio and Eddie have to look forward to?
So in keeping with when you're doing things that you're supposed to be doing, the world and the universe sort of has a way of aligning stuff. It really begs to be said that today, the day that I passed the certification exam, also marked the conclusion of our 2020 sales training kickoff for our entire U.S. public safety sales team. So the reason why I'm in an airport is because I've been a part of an event for the last 4 days that I've been leading for all of our sales group, that we also brought in our pre-sales or demo teams and our account management teams, and then at times circulated other parts of our company in. So that's why I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. That's where our corporate headquarters is. And the great part about that is that I got to put into action as much as probably my team could possibly stand of what I learned over the last few weeks. Even more importantly, we had 2 trainers come in from a professional training company that does sales training. And normally those kinds of trainings can be incredibly dry, almost to the point of painful. Your eyes bleed. You'd crawl out of the conference room if you could. If there's a window, you jump. They were absolutely wonderful, and it completely aligned with the messaging that we've had in this particular program, almost to the verb and to the noun and to the process and all of it. So I find it so much easier to make forward progress and to make positive change when you're constantly, but in varying ways, reminded of what it is you're trying to do. When this piece over here is telling you what to do and this piece over there, but they're matching in their message. It gives validity, and it makes it easier to kind of stay and focus with what it is you're trying to do. The other thing that really I found most important about the program, I know Fabio, you said you've done one of these before. I cannot emphasize enough the 45-day in a row process that I was like in the beginning, oh my God, 45 days in a row, whatever. I even had an acquaintance of mine, 45 days in a row, that's stupid, you know that. The willpower muscle that this has generated, I'm now so excited to be able to turn to other things. So my next thing is tomorrow starts 45 days in a row going to the gym and just see if I can do that. And, 45 books this year that I want to read, other things like that, because the amount of emotional energy that it really takes to make positive change, even in just 1 or 2 areas, and that's really all you should do at one time anyway. The amount of emotional energy and willpower that takes with all the distractions that come into our world today, especially in a professional environment where every day there's a new fire to put out. I have an RSM, regional sales manager, that's having an emotional breakdown. I have a potential customer that just quadrupled the size of a deal that they want to have. All of those things, distractions can be good or bad, right? And the process and really the way this is done significantly helped in that. So in terms of content, in terms of process, in terms of message, and in terms of really the last piece, community of engagement. I'm actually sad that more people aren't on this call that have done this. To me, as being from the public safety world, the number one thing that supports the long-term development, because the willpower is going to fade once in a while, the stress is going to increase, your people at work are going to drive you crazy and make you cry yourself to sleep and wonder why in God's name you work where you do, and that's at a place you love. The number one thing that helps make that continue forward is community. And if you leverage this for the community piece, if you leverage this for the training and all that, then I think you're in really good shape. So that's my commercial. Now I know why you record it.
Wow, that was powerful. Chris, can we potentially use that for marketing to share the message?
Be happy to do it. That'll cost you a beer or lunch, either one. Then we're good to go.
Okay. I will have to. And where are you located?
What's that?
Which city do you live in?
I'm Columbus, Ohio, but I'm all over the U.S. for work. So.
Well, you got a lunch, a drink, a coffee, or whatever you want waiting for you in Austin, Texas.
Well,
okay.
No, we got to take him to barbecue if he comes to Austin.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Sam's is my favorite barbecue in Austin. Is that right? Is it like a little hole in the wall? It looks like it's a shack falling down. I was there a couple weeks ago. It was amazing. But yes, Austin's a great city.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, let us know when you're here. That's where Michelle and I are both at.
I would love that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for sharing that with us and with Fabio and Eddie. I'm sure Fabio and Eddie, that's an exciting thing to hear right now. The kind of the results of going through.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I remember from my previous time in this program, and I agree with Christopher, the habit of getting up in the morning, look at your notes, preparing for the day, look at your mindset for 45 days really builds a muscle that you can continue to use after the program is over, and you can pass that on, to your team. So I try to be on the previous program, and this week I try to be very disciplined, get up, get this done first thing in the morning. If I have time in the end of the day, I'll do a little bit of review. But I really like that setting the mindset, for your day. So I agree with your comments, and I'm really happy to hear that the program was helpful to you, and it's coming together, with the message that you hear from your company and in the market.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Fabio. So Fabio went through the CPSP, the Certified Professional Salesperson version of this program. So this is leader. That is a sales professional, which great thing to have your team go through.
Yep.
What's up, Eddie? Just saw your video come on.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's happening? All right. So let's jump. So thank you again, Christopher. And we have had, so two quick things. That the 45 days in a row is one of the most common objections. I've spent a lot of time overcoming that objection for the good of everybody, because you want to do this for 45 days. I promise you. I know it doesn't sound great right now. Obviously, you guys